5 years ago, I was part of a startup that was on the brink of bankruptcy. When we estimated we only had a few months to live as a company if we didn't do anything, we decided to completely revamp our strategy and implement a new framework to define and achieve our goals. We switched to the OKR strategy, and within months, we grew exponentially. A year later, we sold the company for $30 million. This OKR strategy is an excellent framework for both individuals and companies to define and achieve goals. It brings structure, accountability, and productivity to either a one-man operation or a full organization, and it is great for three main reasons. Number one, it is crystal clear. Key results lead to objectives defined in the overall strategy. Number two, it is segmented. Each department can have their own goals while being part of the same strategy. And if you're a one-man company, you can create your own segments. And finally, it is scalable. Whether you're a one-person company or a 100-employee business, you can use this strategy. The OKR strategy is used by some of the biggest and most successful companies in the world like Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Oracle, Slack, Uber. And in this video, we'll cover exactly how it works and how to implement it. So it's important to first understand what OKR stands for, and that is Objective Key Results. An objective explains where you want to go, what the desired end result is. Once an objective is reached, another objective will replace the current one. Objectives in the OKR strategy are not technical, not measured, and they usually don't contain numbers. They should be as easy to understand as possible. A key result, on the other hand, should be as precise, technical, and measured as possible. It is used as an indicator of whether or not the objective is being worked on. Key results should be time-bound, often quarterly or yearly. So a few examples of objective and the matching key results could be optimize the marketing funnel to reduce the lead to customer time. That could be the objective A. And some key results that would go with that objective could be develop 2 times more email marketing funnels before the end of each quarter and increase click rate by 50%. That could be 2 key results that would lead to reaching the overarching objective or goal. The number one benefit of the OKR strategy is that it focuses on actions rather than results. Results are also important, but you don't start implementing the strategy with hard metrics. You start with overarching goals you want to reach, and then you quantify them. That way you don't obsess over the results. This is a game changer because it's less stressful, you're able to focus more on the work and obsess less on the metrics, and also you often realize that when you have a very clear overview of what you have to do, results kind of manifest on their own. Another benefit of the OKR strategy is that it creates transparency and accountability within the organization. From the moment we started implementing the OKR strategy at the startup I worked for, each manager would take 2 minutes every Monday morning to explain to everyone what their team's key results were and what initiatives they had in place to reach them. And this kind of accountability and reporting framework, that creates a positive synergy where every employee feels part of the organization and every employee is able to contribute to the overarching vision of the company by focusing on their objectives rather than just hard metrics that they might not even understand themselves. If you're a one-man show, by the way, transparency is also important because you need to know where you're going on your own and you need to be accountable to yourself. So it's also good to explain to yourself in a way what initiatives you can put in place to reach your goals. OKRs also help focusing on what's most important by removing tasks that don't contribute to increasing the key result metrics and by understanding how each segment of tasks interact with each other. And this can be helped even more by using an OKR tracking tool. Let's get into that. All OKR tools basically do the same thing. They give their users the ability to get a clear visual picture of where the organization is headed. They basically translate the OKR framework into a visually compelling output. And at the company I worked for, we used GTM Hub. This is what GTM Hub looks like. So each objective is expandable to reveal the key results attached to it, which can themselves reveal the different initiatives assigned to each team member. Objectives and key results involve teams, and initiatives involve specific people. GTM Hub has a ton of search options to filter based on person in charge, completion rate, department task, team assigned, stuff like that. It's very comprehensive. And because it's very comprehensive and it can get pretty complex, everything is made easy to search and understand. Of course, the bigger the company, the more complex the strategy tree will look, but the tool also comes with a table view, which is usually easier to navigate no matter the amount of tasks. So we've seen how to get a whole overview of the framework, and that's mostly the objective part. But it's still important to get an understanding of whether or not we're reaching targets, right? And that's the hard metrics part, the quantifiable part. In GTM Hub, All key results are automatically added up together and averaged by the tool, and an overview of all the metrics is available in the statistics section as a dashboard. The tiles that involve key results are clickable to get a direct overview of the metrics they're referring to. You have your overall progress encompassing all the objectives from all the segments. You then have your total number of objectives across the organization, and then you have your days to deadline tile, which is usually at the end of the quarter. That's when all the goals have to be reached in a lot of companies. And then we go into the key result analysis, where we're going to see what's going well, what's not going so well, and also if we have already hit any objectives that are supposed to lead us to the key results. We also have our number of dynamic key results and manual key results. That's because in GTM Hub, you'll have to manually update some of your metrics every day, every week or month, depending how often you're reporting. But you also have the option to sync GTM Hub with various tools so that it automatically updates based on the work you generate or manage in those tools. For instance, if you connect GTM Hub to an email marketing service, it can track the emails you're sending and automatically update a key result completion rate based on that. For instance, send 100 emails per week, it would check if you're on track to reach that. So that's it. We've covered the basics of the OKR strategy, and we took a look at a tool to help us implement that strategy. We didn't take a deep dive into everything. As you can guess, depending on the size of the organization and the number of goals, this thing can get pretty complex. But I hope it still gave you a good sense of the potential of this strategy, and to me it's really one of the best out there. I'd really recommend it to any organization or one-man company struggling with reaching their goals. And I would also recommend it to just make sure the vision is understood by everyone, to increase the transparency within the organization, things like that. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you found this video useful, insightful, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. It helps me grow the channel and it motivates me to create more content like this. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, wherever you are in the world.